Today, there aren't many artists that have reached the meteoric rise and fall of the SoundCloud rap era like Lil Pump. In late 2017, the then 17-year-old's breakout single Gucci Gang became an inescapable track as it was everywhere in social media. Its minimalist production and repetitive hook, which was often criticized as overly simple, ironically became its greatest strength and ended up racking over 1 billion YouTube views and peaking at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. The success propelled Pump into the mainstream spotlight. His self-titled debut album featuring the follow-up hit also cemented his status as a leader of the new rap era at that time. With his rainbow-coloured dreadlocks and face tattoos, Pump cultivated an image that was equal parts rebellious and cartoonish, perfectly tailored for the social media age. However, the cracks in this foundation were starting to show by 2019. His next attempt at recreating something amazing was with Harvard Dropout. Despite this album having a high-profile collaboration, such as Kanye West and Lil Wayne, it unfortunately only sold just about 25,000 units in its first week. This disappointing number or sales suggested that the audiences were growing tired of Pump's one-dimensional approach. What followed this was a series of what seemed like an increasingly desperate attempt to remain relevant. One incident was his unannounced appearance at a Donald Trump's rally back during the election, where the president famously mispronounced his name as Lil Pimp.
And speaking of sound, music, and other things, one of the big superstars of the world, Lil Pimp.
This moment generated more confusion than buzz among fans and people in general. Right after this, he also tried to venture onto OF, which only further diluted his musical brand. By 2020, his announced retirement from music felt less like a strategic move than an admission of defeat. While the song still remains culturally significant that was peaking at that time, he now faces more headlines about his $1.6 million IRS debt than new music. In recent years, though, Pump has attempted to reinvent himself by launching a cannabis brand named Gucci Gang Cannabis. Musically, he's released only the collaborative song from 2023's All the Sudden with Smoke Perp, though none have recaptured his early success. Reports suggest he's been focusing on behind-the-scenes ventures, including music production and artist development, while continuing to battle his ongoing financial and legal troubles. Tekashi 6ix9ine was a Brooklyn rapper who exploded onto the charts in 2017 with Gummo, a raw and aggressive anthem that matched his rainbow-coloured persona perfectly. By 2018, his mixtape Day 69 proved he wasn't just a one-hit wonder, with tracks like Kiki featuring Fetty Wap becoming legitimate hits, cementing his place in hip-hop's new wave. His major label debut, Dummy Boy, took things further with Fifi, a Nicki Minaj collaboration that peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. But just as Tekashi was reaching his commercial peak, his legal troubles took center stage. In November 2018, federal authorities arrested him on racketeering and weapons charge crimes that could have put him away for nearly 50 years. Faced with an impossible sentence, 6ix9ine made a decision that would define his career by instantly cooperating with prosecutors by testifying against his former 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods associates. The move earned him a drastically reduced 2-year prison term, but cost him any remaining credibility in the rap game after he admitted to snitching on his fellow crew. Upon his release in 2020, 6ix9ine attempted a comeback. His single Goober hit number 3, and trolls with Nicki Minaj even reached at the number 1 spot, proof that controversy still sold. But his album Tattletales underperformed, and he accused streaming platforms of blackballing him for his cooperation with law enforcement. Since then, his career has been in freefall. His 2021 diss track Zaza barely cracked the top 100, and his releases have been sporadic at best. Once one of rap's most polarizing stars, 6ix9ine now exists in a strange limbo, too infamous to fade away, but too toxic for the industry to embrace. His story remains one of hip-hop's most dramatic cautionary tales: a meteoric rise, a spectacular fall, and the high price of survival. The next one on the list is DaBaby. He exploded onto the mainstream scene in 2019 with an unstoppable momentum that few rappers have matched. His debut album Baby on Baby introduced the world to his electrifying flow through hits like Surge, which peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. But the North Carolina rapper was just getting started. He dropped his sophomore album Kirk just 6 months later, spawning another smash with Bop, which was at number 11 on Billboard. 2019 became DaBaby's year. He stacked features on Megan Thee Stallion's Cash which reached number 36, and also teamed up with Lil Baby for Baby, which peaked at number 21. On top of all this, he also appeared on Post Malone's track Enemies, going number 16 on the Billboard. By the end of that year, he held a staggering 22 songs on the Hot 100, more than any other artist ever. The momentum carried into 2020 with his third album Blame It on Baby, debuting at number 1 with 124,000 first-week sales. This album was fueled by the viral song Rockstar featuring Roddy Ricch, which spent 7 weeks at the number 1 spot. He added another top-tier hit with Jack Harlow's What's Poppin' remix debuting at number 2 and Pop Smoke's For the Night at number 6, making him only the 7th rapper ever to have 3 songs simultaneously in the Billboard Top 6. But with meteoric success came controversy. At Rolling Loud Miami 2021, DaBaby made homophobic remarks that sparked immediate backlash. Festivals like Lollapalooza and Music Midtown dropped him from lineups, and despite a half-hearted apology, the damage was done. Later that year, a messy Instagram Live incident with his child's mother further tarnished his image. By 2022, the fallout was undeniable. A New Orleans show reportedly sold fewer than 500 tickets, and his Baby on Baby 2 album flopped with just 17,000 first-week sales, a shocking decline for an artist who once ruled the charts. His unprovoked Megan Thee Stallion references on the album only worsened his standing. Now, DaBaby claims industry blackballing, but the truth is simpler. Fans moved on. His rapid rise was historic, but his inability to evolve, both as an artist and a public figure, turned him from hip-hop's golden boy to a cautionary tale almost overnight. The last rapper on our list is Lil Skies. He first surfaced in 2017, although nobody predicted he'd become one of SoundCloud rap's most compelling stories. That changed when his song Nowadays started blowing up. Suddenly this kid from Waynesboro was showing the game how to blend street narratives with radio-ready melodies. His 2018 debut, Life of a Dark Rose, didn't just perform well, it shocked the industry by going platinum off the strength of Red Roses and Lust, proving raw talent could still break through the noise. What set Skies apart wasn't just his sound, it was his authenticity. While his peers chased shock value, he dropped Shelby in 2019, doubling down on the introspective flows that made him special. The project held its own commercially, but more importantly, it showed artistic growth most SoundCloud acts never achieved. Then came the turning point. As the platform's hype faded, Skies found himself in no man's land. Too melodic for purists, too real for pop. 2021's Unbothered had flashes of brilliance, but the cultural moment had shifted. These days, Skies operates on his own terms, independent, consistent, and still commanding respect from day one fans. His legacy, proof that even in today's disposable music climate, substance can create staying power. The hits may have slowed, but the influence remains. You can hear it in every new artist, blending pain and melody, like he pioneered. Alright guys, that's the list I have for you today. Please comment down your thoughts, and I will make sure to respond to you. Until next time, see ya.